Hi there. So this is Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy, and in this video I'm going to show you all about February's Bouquet of Hope paper pumpkin. So paper pumpkin is a paper crafting kit that comes to your door every month. It's a subscription, or you can buy individual kits from Stampin' Up, and then you would subscribe at paperpumpkin.com. There you go. If you don't have a demonstrator, my name is Kathy House in Denver, Colorado. I would love to be your demonstrator, but let me show you what is in the paper pumpkin box. And I'm going to just dump it out because, well, there's a lot in there, but I've used a lot of it. I played a little bit last night and I had some fun. And I'll tell you, when I get my paper pumpkin, I open it, look through it, and then I set it aside, and then I go and spy on Pinterest and Facebook and YouTube and just see all the ideas out there, and then I put my paper pumpkin together. So some of the stuff I show you today aren't my original products. I've cased them from other demonstrators, and I really don't know who originated it and who copied it from who, so I don't have names, but I'll show you some of the projects. But let me show you what's in the kit. I got kind of carried away. So these are the card bases. I do have, oops, I guess I have 4 left. But there's the card bases. There's 9 card bases in this kit. So there's enough to make 9 cards. And of course the envelopes, but let me show you how pretty the envelopes are. Look at those envelope liners, aren't they pretty? Love paper pumpkin when they do stuff like that. And then they have all these little die cuts. Here's a big flower bouquets and stuff, and I'll show you. And then the little parts to decorate the card, then the labels. There's those. Whoops. Now this is part of the card we're going to make today, but I'm going to save these and figure out something I can do with all those layering ovals. And then they had the words thinking of you in a big sheet. Now I've cut them out. These are the ones that are not in English, and I'm not going to even try to tell you what those are. But then they have the thinking of you. Now we'll need this. I'm going to demonstrate with that, so I'm going to hang on to the thinking of you. And it is just a big old sticker. They have the little vellum piece. Look how pretty that is with the gold around the edge. Or if you turn it over, it's like the frosted white. A really pretty accent to the card. They have the gold doily. Of course, the other side is white. Pretty, pretty. This is what the labels came in. I'm going to demonstrate something with that too. I hope I remember. I say I'm going to do stuff, and then at the end of the video, I like to get it over as fast as I can, and I tend to forget to show you stuff. So, oh, look, here's a little flower and another die. But anyway, and then you got their black adhesive back sequins and some Baker twine that is in Mossy Meadow. The ink spot this time was Mossy Meadow, because in every paper pumpkin kit you get an ink spot and a stamp set. In your first kit you get a paper pumpkin block, and then you can use that again and again in your future kits. But the stamp set, and I'll show you a better picture of that later. And then, oh, we shouldn't put that away. We'll need that though. We'll need these. I think that's everything. And then of course you get your instructions. These are what all the cards that they planned them to look like. Step-by-step instructions, a little ruler. On the back is just a lot more information, like what your kit includes, coordinating colors, and just lots. Look at all the ideas and all the stuff you can do with paper pumpkin. And then the exciting thing, now this paper pumpkin kit coordinated with some celebration paper. Celebration ended yesterday, so let's not look at that. But look at this. Now next month's paper pumpkin includes 4 stencils and a sponge. And this paper pumpkin coordinates with the Mountain Air stamp set and framelits. So this bundle is in the annual catalog. You'll have to go look it up there. But don't wait. Before March 10th, make sure you subscribe so you can get March's kit that, like I said, has those stencils and the sponge included in the kit. I'm kind of excited about that if you can't tell. But, okay, so let me show you what the cards look like. So there's this one. Now, I didn't use, I think I either missed the step to put the, it was supposed to be tied back there. I missed the step. I didn't get the string or the linen thread, whatever, back there. But look how cute these are. Now, I think I've told you before, I like to put this extra layer. So on my card bases that they give us, I'll take, for instance, this card base, and cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4, and then I have 2, and this one I've just layered it on some Just Jade cardstock, so that way I can make more cards, and it's a little bit thicker, and I do like the layering, so that's what I do. Also, this stamp set was more of a sympathy kind of stamp set. I guess I wasn't in the mood for sympathy, so I brought in this stamp set here. Let me show you. The, oh, maybe I can't find it. Yep, here it is. The art gallery stamp set. Because look, I mean, any kind of saying you want is in this stamp set. And it's absolutely beautiful. And then, of course, if you want, it has all the dies with the flowers and stuff. And we'll be using this one later when we make our card. But that's what I did for this happy birthday here on this card. And then I want to show you on this card just a couple tips, I guess. Because after I put my card together, I noticed, look, you can see my adhesive through the vellum. Now, when I first put it together, I didn't even notice. But when I came back and looked at my card, I was like, oh, I really don't like that. So let me show you how I can help you not do that. And then Rachel Tessman showed me another trick that I'm going to show you too. So here's my vellum piece. I've already attached my flowers to my vellum, and now I've cut down that card base to make 2 of them. The pink one that looked like this, I just cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4. So now it layers nicely just on a card base. This is just a thick Whisper White card base here. And so I'm going to take my adhesive. You could use the glue dots. That's what else was in the kits. I wonder where mine are. They had glue dots and dimensionals in there, but I have no idea where they are now. But anyway, I'm going to take my tape runner, and in this case I'm using Stamp and Seal. And I'm going to just put the adhesive behind these little flowers here. Now, when I go to layer my vellum on my Rococo Rose piece, now you can't see that adhesive through your vellum. Look how, I think that looks a lot better that way. And then let me show you how to put this sticker on. So you saw the sticker, they came in pieces like this. And then to kind of hurry it along, I've already removed most of the black pieces, but you'd go ahead and take all of these little pieces off. Maybe I should have taken a little more off before, because now I'm going to be, I can do it. Maybe. There we go. You just bend the paper back, and these little pieces that we don't want come right off. And did I mention, I think I did mention that Rachel Tessman showed this on her video about her paper pumpkin, and I think it's brilliant, and so I want to make sure I showed it to you. There we go. So now I have all the pieces off of my sticker except what I want, and it's still on the release paper or the backing. Excuse me. So I'm going to take some press and seal like this, and the sticky side down, and I'm going to just lay it over. And now I've used this piece of press and seal again and again. It doesn't have to be super sticky. It just has to hold your sticker so it maintains its shape. When it's a thin cut sticker like that, sometimes I think it's hard to get it the way you want it after you've peeled it off the paper. But then come like this and just peel that paper back off your sticker. Now the sticker's sticky. And then I'm going to come and hover this way. Maybe I am. There we go. I think I want my card to go, which way? Nope, I think I want it to go this way. There we go. And then I'm going to just lay my sticker right there over my card. Make sure it's stuck down good. And then peel this press and seal right off. And then look how pretty my sticker looks on that card. I thought that was a great tip. I hope I can remember that one, because that's something I want to do again and again. And then on the back of this, I'm just going to put some more tape runner on there. And then adhere that just directly onto my card base. Now, talk about a simple but really pretty and mail friendly card. Look how mail is in the post office mail friendly card that is. Isn't that pretty? Love that. Okay, so thanks again, Rachel, for that great tip to put the card together. So let me show you some other cards that I've made with this set. The first thing I did was just take that stamp that came in this. Let's back up one more time. So when I'm done, I promised you I'd show you a better picture of the stamp. So I'm going to show you how I organize my stamp, my paper pumpkins. So you can go to paperpumpkin.com. Up at the top, there's a How Paper Pumpkin Works button. You click on that and scroll down, and you can print out a stamp box cover. Now this fits perfectly in one of our stamp boxes. You just cut it down and you can put it in there, and that's how Paper Pumpkin, they suggest you store it. Now I have 8 years worth of Paper Pumpkin. I don't have room for that many boxes. So what I do is I take a little notebook here, and now this isn't the full size binder. I think this is 8.5 by 5.5 or something like that. I take the little package. I have the little, I don't know, pocket folders. What are these called, where you can put stuff inside? I take my paper that I printed off, fold it in half, put it in here. I like to set my instructions in there because then, like I said, it has all the information of coordinating colors and such. And then I like to put my stamp set in there. And then when I'm flipping through my Paper Pumpkin stamps, trying to find what stamp I can use, it has a really nice picture of the stamp set that is so much easier to see. Now I can't find my stamp set. Than the stamp set, because when the stamp set's stained, and it's just hard to see this way, but it's really easy to see this way. So that's, if you're doing Paper Pumpkin, my suggestion is you go in every month and you print one of these off so you have that nice way to see the stamp set and store your Paper Pumpkin. So here, let me show you what, I'm gonna fold this in half real quick and show you what the stamp set this month looks like. It says, sorry for your loss, I'm always here for you, and la-di-da-di. But like I said, I didn't want to do sympathy cards. I'm ready for spring, bright and fun, so I used the other stamp set. Now I'm going to show you all the things that I've made. So the first thing I did was take a note card. I just stamped the stamp on there in basic black, the happy birthday from the art gallery stamp. And then I just colored this with my colored pencils. And then I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little bit of Wink of Stella just to give those flowers pop. And look how cute. Now this is just one of Stampin' Up's note cards. They come in a pack of 20. They include the envelope, and they're a nice thick white cardstock. So that's there. And then look at this one. Is this not beautiful? Now this one, I just stamped it with some Versamark, heat embossed it with some white embossing powder, the same happy birthday, and then I used this whimsy, what is this called? This is the die set that's in the mini catalog right now. It's called the Stitched with Whimsy Dies. There you go. And look how that cute border it puts around there, and takes a really simple card and makes it into a wow. But I thought that was pretty on that one too. And this one, did I say I embossed it with white embossing powder, and then I just colored this with my colored pencils. Colored pencils on colored cardstock, at least light colored cardstocks, is really pretty. But there's that one. And then look at this one. I thought this was really pretty. This is that, what's this called? It's the black and white designer series paper that's in the mini catalog. The True Love Designer Series paper. Look at all these prints in this paper. I haven't even used it yet. I haven't had time. There's so many great things in the mini catalog that I haven't taken the time to actually use that paper until now. I just took a piece of vellum, and you put that sticker on the same way I just showed you with the press and seal. Now on the back of the vellum, I just outlined the back of the thinking of you with some liquid glue, and then stuck it to my card. And then look, these are the little sequins from the kit, the black sequins. I thought that was a really pretty card, and on the inside I stamped that bouquet. Love that card. I liked all the cards this time. This month's kit was easy. Look at this one. I saw this one on, I believe it was on Facebook. How cute, with the big bouquet of flowers. This is one of those greeting die cuts. I probably can't find one now in the kit. I just cut it down, colored it, and turned it into a vase. Look how cute that card is. Love that idea. I wish, and this is a card base from the kit that I cut down. It's the opposite side of the flower one. It's the opposite, so you have this side and then this side. I don't know, anyway. And then, oh, look at, love this card too. Look how cute this one. I just took that Jar of Flowers stamp set from the annual catalog. It has a coordinating punch, which I used just a little bit here on the designer series paper to cut that out, the punch. And then I thought this designer series paper, which is from the Tasteful Textures, what's that designer series paper called? In Good Taste designer series paper, with all of the wood grains. And I thought this kind of looked like a tile counter that it could be sitting on. So, and then I did color this with the blends. And let me tell you a little secret. Somehow I got a bunch of smudges on my card. And I discovered that, look how cute these little butterflies. These are the butterfly gems. And I just stuck those on my card to cover up my little blemishes like that. I thought that turned out really cute. Now, so you know about those little butterfly gems, I love them. And I've discovered, right, that you can color them. So I have this card here, right? And if you look at the butterfly gems, now they have this terracotta tile, but I really wanted them to be Poppy Parade. So I just took my dark poppy blend and colored the terracotta tile, and the little bit of color made a huge difference on this card. So let me tell you a little bit about this card. So this is part of my class, and I have a few kits left if you're interested. This is going to be my sales pitch in the middle of my video. But here is my, oh shoot, my Stampa Greeting class. It looks like that. Well, there's the cards. They're all a fancy fold kind of card. I'll send you the kits. There's 8 cards, 2 each of 4 different designs. I'll send you all the paper and embellishments. And then I just used the Happy Thought stamp set and some black ink. And you'll have to use a little bit of your own adhesive, and you can put the cards together. But if you're interested in that, I'll put the, I have a YouTube video with all the description. I'll put that down in the comments below if you're on Facebook, or to be in the description below if you're on YouTube. But let's go back. Oh, also with that class, so you know, you do get a printout and all the measurements, and the class is strictly videos. I'll send you video links where you can watch the videos of how to put your cards together. Okay, back to cards. So we saw this one with the little purple butterflies covering up my probably fingerprints, but look how cute that card was. And then here is, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's the inside of this card. Here is that doily. Now, for some reason, I didn't like the gold doily, but I sure did like the white side. And this is that same stamp set that I used for my class, the Happy Thoughts stamp set. Love this one. And then just some sweet, So Sweetly dies. Stitch So Sweetly, I think that's what these dies are called. Some glitter black ribbon, and then those black sequins from the kit on that card. And at first, I'll be honest with you, I couldn't decide if I liked this card, but now I've fallen in love with it. Okay, last card looks like this. It's a little window card, thinking of you. Is that not cute? Here again, I've cut down the base of that card, and this is the card that we're gonna make today. We're gonna turn it into a full window card, and I thought that would be cute to show you. So let's put, oh, I have one more thing of a project that I almost forgot to show you. Terrible at that. So Rachel Tessman made these Ghirardelli strips of candies. That not cute? And I just took designer series paper from that coordinating celebration paper, wrapped it around, and these are the mini Ghirardelli. I have to laugh because it's funny that paper crafters, or at least Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, have Ghirardellis on in their stash at all times. And I was a little disappointed that I only had the minis, but look how cute that is. You wrap those up, and then this is part of the stamp set. I just took these little bitty flowers and the little bit of leaf and put those on there. And then the stamp is this. It says, "I'm always there for you." And I just took the "for you," inked it up in black and put that on there. And then those little pearls on the top are these metallic, I use the silver pearls. I just took my basic black blends, colored them black, and now look how cute they are on the inside of that flower. Okay, now I'm ready to go on and show you how to make this card. No more interruptions. Well, I can't promise that because you know how I am. So I have a piece here of shaded spruce. That's going to be our background piece. I've cut a piece of that card base down that came with the kit down to 4 inches by 5 1/4. I have a piece of Whisper White here that's the exact same size, the 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to be the inside. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to use my layering ovals, and I want to get the biggest one. Whoops, this isn't the biggest one. This is the biggest one. I'll set this aside. We're going to cut a hole in this piece here. Well, we're going to cut an oval. So I have my base plate here. We're going to use our die cut machine. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Then I'm going to lay my paper on there and my oval. Try to get it centered. Now, since I move it around to put it on my die cut machine, I'm going to just take some washi tape here and tape my oval into place. And I'm going to try to get most of my washi tape on the inside of my oval because that's the part that I'm not going to use and I don't have any chance of it sticking, the washi tape sticking to the pieces that I don't want it stuck to. Okay, that's ready to go. Bring in the machine. Run that through. Hopefully I got that oval centered. It was kind of, well, we'll see what happens. Okay, set him aside for now. We'll need this again one more time, but for now I'm going to set it aside here and take that. There we go. And then we don't need this piece. This is the piece you saw in my paper pumpkin kit that I'm determined I'm going to figure out how to use that on a card. But now, where'd my thing? Let me just put him away so I don't lose him. Okay, bring in that white piece, and I'm going to use my Stamparatus. I think it's a little bit easier. Now, you wouldn't have to, but my Stamparatus, I'm going to use my base plate and a hinge plate. I got my magnet here. I do need a pad since paper pumpkin stamps are photopolymer, so I have our deluxe pad from Stampin' Up! On there. I'm going to line that piece of Whisper White paper, hold it down with my magnet, okay, and then I'm going to put this designer series paper or that card base that I've cut down right on top of there. Get my stamp out here. And I don't know if you noticed, but I lined my paper up with this line right here, just because it's photopolymer stamp set, so my paper might move, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'd like it close. So I'm going to just make sure that I've lined it up with a line, so if I have to move it again, I can. So I'm going to lay my stamp like you see in the middle of that oval, and then pick it up with my plate. There we go. And see, my paper did move a little bit, but I know just to line it up with that line again. There we go. And then with some just black memento ink, I'm going to go ahead, let me see if I can find something to put under. There we go. You can see. I'm going to ink up my stamp. Now, when you have these fine line stamps like this, I think it's better to ink it up, set it down. Don't push too hard. You don't want to make the fine line any thicker than they already are. There you go. And if it doesn't ink up, the cool thing about the Stamparatus is we'll just do it again. Ink up that stamp and then set it down. Apply a little bit of pressure. Let's see what it looks like that time. Ooh, look how pretty that is, right? So now we're going to put that black ink away. We're done with the Stamparatus for now, so let's put it. Now this, I would just take this whole piece and go run it under some clear water in the sink to clean that off. But we're gonna bring in our base. Whoops, I forgot to put my magnet with my, okay, and then I would figure out, okay, so the inside of my card, I like to have this bump where it's scored in the inside. So this is gonna be the front of my card. I'm gonna just take some adhesive and go ahead and layer this right on the front of my card there. Okay, then using the second smallest oval, I'm going to go ahead and lay it right here on my paper. Again, I'm going to tape that down so that the tape, or the washi tape, maybe if I can find the end. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm going to put the washi tape toward the inside of my oval so it sticks to this paper and not to the paper that I'm going to use. Let me bring in again. All my plates still stacked the same. Lay that down. I think it still looks centered. It might be, nope, let me move this over just a hair. There we go. Now we'll lay our oval down. I don't know if it's centered. Hopefully it's good enough. And then bring in the die cut machine again. Cut that oval out. Now really this one is a smaller oval, so it's only cutting the shaded spruce card base. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So when you pop that oval out, look, now you have that really pretty frame inside of your oval. There, put my frames away so I don't lose them. Bring the card back in so you can see what we're making. Looks like that, right? Then when you fold this, you have that beautiful. And then when you put your card back in there, because the flower was positioned exactly where you want it, it shows right through that hole. But when you open it, it's going to look like that. So now we just need to color. Wait, hold on, I have a little bit of sticky right here on my card. Okay, there we go. Now we need to color this piece. So I'm going to use my colored pencils. Now Stampin' Up! Has 2 sets of assorted colored pencils, and this is all of them. And you can see there's some little colored pencils. I think I got those in a paper pumpkin or something one time. But just if Stampin' Up! Happens to be watching, we need more colored pencils. I need some more colors. It's time to come up with a 3rd assortment. But anyway, I'm going to show you when I color with colored pencils. I'm going to start with the Melon Mumbo, and it's nice. The colors name is right here on the pencil. I suggest you have a pencil sharpener, because you need, that's a cool thing about pencils, is it's easy to stay in the lines, but sometimes on those itty bitty leaves and stuff, you need a good point on your pencil. But I'm gonna just come in here, and I'm not gonna be smooth, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I'm gonna just lay down some color on these 3 big roses here. And then with my Wink of Stella pen, and let me bring in a piece of scratch paper. I need a piece of scratch paper here to clean off my pen when I'm done. But I'm gonna smooth out that ink, and I hope you can see with my Wink of Stella, just using it like a paintbrush, and those watercolor pencils smooth out really nicely. Now if I miss spots, I could come back in with my pencil and add them, but I think I got enough pencil on there that I can just smooth it out with my Wink of Stella. Now another way is you take your colored pencil, and this time I'm going to use, this one is Garden Green, and I'm going to just color the bigger leaves back here with my Garden Green pencil. I'm going to be a little more careful this time to get, you know, closer to the edge and get the whole thing colored. But now since I don't want sparkles on those, and you'll notice I keep a blender pen right inside my pencil box, and then I just smooth those out with my blender pen. Now, my blender pen is going to have color on it, so then you just go like, oh, not very much. It didn't have any. Let me see if I can pick up some to show you. But normally, you would need to clean your blender pen. There's a little bit of color like that. So then it's all good to go with the next color. But make sure you clean it between colors or to contaminate the colors. Same thing with your Wink of Stella. It might have the pink on there. You need to just dab it on a piece of scratch paper to get it clean to go the next one. Now, thank goodness, I'm not going to make you sit there and watch me color all of that. By the miracle of TV, look, I have one here that's all colored. I just put a little bit of Wink of Stella on the bow and on those big flowers. And then I'm going to just take this, a little bit of adhesive on the back, and put that right on the inside of my card. Centered there just like I did the front so they would match up, and then when you close it, look how cute that is, and there's your window card. Now then, last but not least, we need a greeting. So I just have a scrap here of white. I have the happy birthday from that Artful stamp set, the same one, the Art Gallery, sorry, stamp set. I got some shaded spruce ink, and I should use, in fact, I'm gonna grab it here, my Pierce mat. Because of the photopolymer, you need that extra cushion, and I'm gonna just stamp it here on my scrap paper. Ta-da! Nice. That stamp set, I tell you what, is very user-friendly. Even though it's a thin line like that, you get a deep, dark stamp. It's a really pretty stamp set. Let me move some stuff out of the way because I'm gonna bring in my emboss machine, or my stamp and emboss machine. This big buy here. One more time. Let's see if I can get it lined up here on my machine instead of doing it the other way. Those dies that coordinate with the stamp set look like this. Now I'm going to use the longer of the two dies. The birthday would fit in here, but I'm going to use the longer one. Oh, I can't pick up my paper. There we go. And cut out that happy birthday. And when I cut out the happy birthday, I'm going to make sure it's a little bit to the right side of the die. Looks like that. Let's see, did it stay? Yep, looks pretty good. Let's run that through the machine. So now we have this little piece here, just with a couple glue dots. And boy, if I could find the glue dots from the kit, I would use those, but I can't remember what happened to them. So here we go. I'm going to use my regular mini glue dots just on both ends, none in the center, because we don't want it to stick to the inside of our card. So I have a glue dot here and a glue dot here. And then bring in my card and just lay that right there. Now, I left a little spot here empty because if you remember those little butterflies, I'm going to take one of those. Let me use my take a pick tool here and just pop it off and put it right here on my greeting. And how cute is that? So there you go. There's my card. A really cute window card. So when you open it up, it has that on the inside with plenty of room to write your greeting, and then you close it and it looks like that. So let me bring in my original card. There we go. I hope you'll give Paper Pumpkin a try. Like I said, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Oh wait, no, we're not done. Almost forgot. We gotta add, and then real quick. Well, as I'm putting these on, if you ever have any questions, you can leave comments, or there's lots of information on my YouTube channel. The measurements for my cards are on my blog, which is becreativewithkathy.com. Like I said, if you ever have any questions, be sure and reach out. I'd love to try to answer them for you. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. Bye-bye.